Okay, welcome back. Last time we challenged Brock and won our first badge. Our Kakuna evolved into Beedrill, and our Bulbasaur became Ivysaur. On our way up to Mount Moon, we also encountered a Nidoran, so we now have Shao the Nidoran on the team. It'll evolve into Nidorino in 4 levels' time. And I also bought a Magikarp. Hang on, wait, what's our encounter going to be? It is a Zubat! Not exactly a perfect encounter, but hey, I'm not going to complain, because realistically that means I'm now free from getting Zubat in another location. That, and honestly, as much as I would love to be able to get a Clefairy, my odds of encountering one in here are just extremely low. I think it's like a 1% chance. If you go deeper into the cave, you do have a 6% chance or something. But yeah, my odds of finding one were extremely low. And with how common Zubat is, I'm not really going to be too disappointed about having access to one. However, let's have a quick look at it. It is calm-natured. That's actually pretty bad for it. And also this is pre-Gen 7, obviously, so whatchamacallit, Leech Life is garbage. So we now have TM09, which is normally Bullet Seed, and that was randomized to Ember. That could actually come in really handy here. And now, what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to put some focus onto Garuda, mostly because I want it to get to level 20 so it evolves into Fearow. Okay, so this bug catcher is telling us about suspicious men being in this cave. We will very quickly learn that this is Team Rocket. Also, I bought that Magikarp, and it was randomized to a Rhyhorn. I named it Jill, and it's currently just going to sit in the box for a while. Basically, pretty much, I decided against putting it on the team straight away, because pretty much it doesn't evolve until level 42, and it's weak to fighting, it's weak to grass, it's weak to water. Obviously, the next gym is water type. And basically, it just doesn't learn a whole lot. So pretty much, I either need to get TMs or until a point where I feel like I could safely train it up. But beware, Zubat is a bloodsucker. Okay, good to know. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. Okay, so you're just waiting in a cave? Okay, fair enough. And this girl has a Clefairy. But yeah, so pretty much, as much as I do really like Rhyhorn, I don't feel too confident about currently using it. Mostly because it, well, as previously stated, it has a good few weaknesses. 2 of them are quad weaknesses. It's slow, it is pretty strong, but it only has normal type moves. It doesn't get any stab moves until level 29, I think. It's either 25 or 29 or something where it learns Rock Blast. And basically, yeah, I just don't feel too safe about using it currently. And also, I would need to keep it alive until level 42 to be able to get it to evolve into Rhydon. And as much as I love Rhydon, I would much rather keep that safe for the late game than risk it in the early game. So, so basically, it's a, I don't know, I might add it to the team in a little bit, but it's not going to be on the team right now. Garuda goes up to level 14, and I know Garuda should learn Aerial Ace or something eventually by level up, but I don't know exactly when. And that is a Team Rocket grunt over there, and I think this is a TM here. I know that there's 2 of these like little areas you climbed out, and that is a level 12 Paris, okay. And we just pack for Paris, and there goes for Paris. 10 out of 10, that is the common, that's just a common, that is a common Paris battle. Okay, a star piece, very nice, okay. Now, let's run over here and have our first encounter with a Team Rocket grunt. Team Rocket, obviously, will be a recurring, I don't want to call them a threat, a recurring inconvenience for the entire game. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. We strike fear with our strength. Okay, buddy, so, what kind of Pokemon do you have to strike fear with your strength? You have a Sandshrew. Okay, that is level 11. I think Camper Liam back in the gym had one of those. And honestly, I'll just stick with Garuda for this. I'll stick with Garuda for this, mostly just because, realistically, all this Sandshrew can do is scratch. I don't think Actually, I don't think it even learns Rule Out by level up in this gen. I think that's a change it got in Gen 4. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty certain that it doesn't actually naturally learn it in Gen 3. Like, it might be able to get it via move tutor or something, but just by level up, I'm pretty certain that it doesn't get it. And this will not have Hyper Fang yet, so Garuda can continue to just peck through everything here. And I'm also pretty sure of just using Garuda for this, mostly because I know that later on in here there's someone with... As I go through this cave, I'll have to fight a couple of, Voltorbs. There's also one guy with a Magnemite, who, fortunately, I leveled Shao high enough, there we go, that it learned Double Kick, so that is pretty much my way of dealing with Steel types for now. Fortunately, because I'm playing Gen 1, there are not going to actually be very many Steel types for me to have to deal with, which is always a good thing, because to be totally honest, even in the later games, I just don't really like dealing with Steel types very much. Okay, so with that, we just kind of peck this Paris and get that out of the way. The goal for today's episode, I think I already mentioned it, is just to make it through Mount Moon and arrive in Cerulean City. And then next time, the next episode should be a pretty big one, because we'll have a rival battle and a gym battle, and then we'll obviously make our way all the way up to where Bill is, and then after that, it is down to and then after that, it is down to Vermilion City. Okay, so, let's go fight this bug catcher real quick. You need to go through this cave to get to Cerulean City. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm coming through this cave, buddy. Okay, so, bug catcher Robbie has a Caterpie. Also, a fun fact, I don't think you see anyone who actually has a Butterfree or a Beedrill until just outside Vermilion City. Actually, I think it's like Beedrill, it's Butterfree on the way to Beedrill on the way to Vermilion City, then... No, Butterfree on the way to Vermilion, then it's like Beedrill on the way to Rock Tunnel. Which, to be fair, I think that is kind of cool how you find one on one exit to Cerulean City and one on the other. That's a kind of nice little detail for it. And with that, well, that's another bug catcher dealt with. Bug catchers remain just taking L's, unfortunately. But hey, that's kind of just the nature of being a bug catcher in Gen 1, unfortunately. Gen 1 was not the best time for bugs. I know that I'm playing this in the Gen 3 version of Gen 1, but let's be real, it's still gonna be basically the same. Okay, so, what does this guy have? This guy has the Magnemite. Okay, so immediately we are switching out, because this thing will more than likely also have Thunder Shark. So I'm just going to switch out, go for Double Kick, and hopefully we can get through this without too much hassle. Well, there's the Thunder Shark, as predicted. That hit for a lot more damage than I would have liked. On the plus side, I do outspeed, and Double Kick does a lot of damage. Okay, just goes for Tackle. Okay, goes for Tackle, I'm safe. 10 out of 10. I would like to thank the game's questionable decision-making for not going for Thunder Shock again. And now he sends in, I believe it is Voltorb here. And I don't need to worry too much about this, because it won't have Spark yet. It won't have Spark yet, I don't think. It won't have Self-Destruct. And most importantly, it won't have Sonic Boom. Because Sonic Boom would be extremely dangerous to me at this point in the game. I mean, realistically, Sonic Boom is pretty dangerous for a good while. Then the risk of Dragon Rage kicks in later. Okay, so, I'm gonna be totally honest, I don't actually know how Charge really works in Gen 3. Or also Gen 2 or Gen 1. Basically, I know that in Gen 4 it also gives you a special defense boost, but I don't know if that's present in this version of the game. Anyway, over here we should get, I think it's an escape rope here, and I am going to quickly run out of this cave and go heal, I think, mostly because I'm honestly kind of running the risk of running out of packs, and that was a potion, not an escape rope, but hey, you know what, I will happily take that. I think there is an escape rope further along, though. I might be wrong on that, but I'm relatively certain that there is. I know that there's also a couple of moonstones to find in here. I mean, I'll only need one for the entire game, more than likely. Because I'll have Nidoran here, and I'll need that to get Nidoking. I probably won't get Nidoqueen. Wait! Wait. I should keep Xiao from evolving. Wait, is it the... No, I think it's the person asks for a female Nidoran. Like, there's a person on the way out of Cerulean City who asks for a Nidoran. So I'll actually keep Xiao from evolving for now, I think. So, Xiao is on the team, but kind of just consider him as unofficially off the team. At least until I can see what I would get for trading him. Because, as much as I love having the potential to get a Nidoking, if I could trade him for something insane, I'd be a little bit disappointed in myself for potentially missing out on that opportunity. Okay, so we have another Zubat. Can Garuda one-shot these? I wonder. Let's find out. Not quite. Also, Leech Life is base 20. Leech Life does not become good until Generation 7. Like, honestly, I know there is an option in the randomizer to update moves to be how they are currently in the games. That would make Leech Life super good. And I just want to talk to this guy, and I'm getting jumped by another Zubat. You know, the funny thing is, I feel like when I play these games in my free time, Zubats aren't that much of an issue. Then as soon as I start recording, it's just Zubat City. Like, I don't know. I feel like that just kind of happens to me, and I don't really get how or why. Hi, I'm excavating for fossils here under Mount Moon. Sometimes Rock of Pewter Gym lends me a hand. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so, wow, it's way bigger in here than I thought. Hey, are you looking... are you the friend of the person who I fought earlier who had the Clefairy? Because they're kind of looking for you. Well, they said they said you were looking for them. Anyway, this person has an Oddish and I think a Bellsprout. So I am basically just going to peck my way through those, because that's what Garuda does. To be totally honest, I have kind of been going back and forth on the name for Spearow, mostly because I feel like Garuda is a lot more fitting for something like a Braviary, but I don't know. Because realistically, I don't know how often I'm going to be using a Braviary in future games, but Spearow is pretty common in a good few. So for now, I think I'm going to stick with it. Okay, so I think we're most of the way through here now. I think there's a TM down here, if I recall correctly, and another Rocket Grunt. Okay, TM46 is Snatch. That is a TM randomized to another TM. We're pulling a big job here, kid. Get lost. I said that wrong, but whatever. So the message is the same. Okay, so he has a Zubat. Even in a trainer battle, I can't get rid of Zubats. On the plus side, I'm just going to Fury Attack my way through here. Okay, 3 hits should be enough there. And of course I only get 2. So yeah, pretty much my approach for this is kind of just level up my Spearow to get Fearow as fast as possible. Because Fearow can take hits a bit better, it's faster, it's stronger. And also, in general, it's just kind of a good Pokemon. And there's the Intimidate, which isn't exactly ideal for me. So I will switch out to... Actually, I'll stay in and go for Peck. How much does that do? You know what? Even at -1, that's still... Even at -1, that's still doing a ton, so I'll just stick with it. Wrap misses. This Ekans cannot catch a break. And Fury Attack just wipes out that Ekans. Out of the way, Team Rocket Grunt, I have other things to do. Okay, so, you are good. Yeah, that's me. If you find a fossil, give it to me and scram. I mean, no, because I'll have found that fossil, and I know where to revive it, over on Cinnabar Island. I mean, I say that, I won't be getting to Cinnabar Island for a good while, but still. I think there's like 2 more trainers in here, then 2 or 3 Rocket Grunts, then the guy at the end. Did you come to explore the cave too? No, I'm just kind of making my way through, but I am exploring as I go, I guess. Okay, so youngster this youngster has a Rattata. The kid is not the Rattata. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Garuda is getting very close to a level up again. Fury Attack might actually take it out in 2 or 3. Yeah, that's a crit. 1, 2, 3. How is my luck this bad? Genuinely, how do I seem to manage to low roll every single time? Like, it's not even just in Pokemon. I feel like every single time I ever use a move that's, oh, it can hit multiple times in any game, I will always get the absolute bare minimum number of attacks out of it. Like, I recently finished playing SMT5 Vengeance, and by the end, I decided that I shouldn't use moves that hit multiple times, because every single time I would always get the minimum number of hits. I know that there is a special Omagatoki skill. Hang on, wait, what did he say? I came all the way down here to show off to girls. It's like, buddy, you aren't that far in this cave, and there are no girls in your current line of sight. I don't know what you are on about, kiddo. Okay, so, yeah, basically, I ended up just deciding, well, there's a Moonstone. I decided to kind of give up on using all of those moves, mostly just because, like, it's like, okay, this can hit between 1 and 4 times. I will get 1, like, I would get the 1 hit, like, 9 times out of 10. And then even worse later in the game, where it's like, okay, it does this many hits to random foes. I would either always get the low roll, or most of the hits would go into something that just, or I would just, like, null the hit entirely, because it would target the wrong thing from what I wanted. So, by the end of the game, I decided, yeah, I'm just gonna cut out the middleman and not use those moves anymore. And so I decided that, teaching everything, like, Trisagion, I think it's like Trisagion, Ice Age, Narukami, or Killing Wind, which, to be fair, they were weaker than Agi, Bufu, Zio, and Zanbaryon, but ultimately I would rather have a slightly weaker move that just ignores all of the resistances and everything. And yeah, I did keep Fire of Sinai on Metatron though, mostly because that's like its signature move. Like, I tried my best to keep all of my demons in SMT5 to have their own signature moves. Mostly just because I thought that was, you know, fitting for them. Like, they are their signature moves. I'd feel kind of wrong just getting rid of them. Unless it was a demon that I really wanted to keep around, and I thought that the move was bad. No! No! Not the effect spore! Okay, I have an antidote. I don't have an antidote. Okay. 18 ticks. I can make it. Okay, so now the count begins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is gonna be really bad. 8. Okay, that isn't quite 8 yet. That's still 7. There's a Clefairy. Man, I would love to have a Clefairy on the team. I think this is the only place in the game where you can find one. But, you know, this is a Nuzlocke, so I'm not getting that Clefairy. Who knows, maybe I'll get super lucky and one of my encounters later, not one of my encounters, like one of my static Pokemon later, maybe one of those will have randomized into a Clefairy. Who knows? I feel bad because this Clefairy is just kind of sitting here growling at me. And realistically, Clefairy, I know that Growl is more of a kind of just 8, 9, 10. Okay. I know that Growl is more of a kind of just generalization of what the move is. But I don't know, I feel like some Pokemon are too cute to really, you know, growl effectively and be intimidating, you know? So I have 7 left, so I have 6 ticks available. Little kids shouldn't be messing around with grown-ups. It could be bad news. Okay, thank you, Team Rocket. Thanks for the advice, I suppose. Okay, so this guy has a Rattata, and it is a higher level than mine, and his probably has Hyper Fang now, because I think it learns at level 13. And that just hit for 12 damage. Okay. I think Twitch just died. Twitch just died. Where did I have him on my sources list? There we go. Okay, sorry, Twitch. That's entirely my bad. Okay. Okay, there goes my rat, I guess. Okay, so now I'll just Fury Sting. No, I will Fury Attack. Like, I mean, not gonna lie, I combined Fury Attack and Poison Sting by accident. Although Fury Sting sounds like it would be a really sick move, not gonna lie. And that is a Sandshrew. I should be pretty okay with this. To be totally honest, I think Sandshrew should have, like, a resistance to poison. Not like it resists the poison type, but, like, it shouldn't be able to get poisoned. I don't know, it just seems like one of those Pokemon that's, seems like it wouldn't. I don't really know why, though. Like, I don't know, that's just one of those things. It's kind of like, to me, how Cacnea and Cacturne just don't take damage from Sandstorm. I know that that's partially because of their ability, but still. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think that was a 4th tick that went through there. And I don't... yeah, I can just double kick this. Either way, I don't think Shao will be able to hit level 16 by the time I get here. Like, by the time I come out of the cave and everything. I might have to put it in the box just to make sure that it doesn't do anything. I mean, realistically, a wiser strategy would have been to kind of just check what the trade is. Like, just to make sure that they ask for a male Nidoran, because I have a sneaking suspicion they actually ask for a female one. Either way, Shao goes up to level 13, and I think I have 2 ticks left before I need to heal. I have 2 ticks left before I need to heal. 1. I have 1 tick left before I need to heal. Also, if this is causing worry or anxiety for anyone, don't worry. I simultaneously know what I'm doing, but I am also worried about this. This is why you should always stock up on healing items and supplies in general. Like, genuinely, I feel like poison never worries me in a game as much as it does in old Pokemon. I say old Pokemon, I feel really weird calling this old Pokemon, but technically it is. This game is like 20 years old now, and that's really weird to me. That's unsettling to me. Although I still maintain that this is the best way to play Gen 1. Like, I will pretty much always pick this over, over Original and over Let's Go. Although, admittedly, I haven't actually played Let's Go, and I know that there's plenty of ROM hacks. Like, I know that Radical Red is super popular and everything. And I still have 1 tick, right? I do. Okay. 1. No, that's my trainer card. I don't want to do anything with that. Okay, so I now have 20 ticks available again. Okay, if I find an antidote, I know there is one in here. 1. I know that there is an antidote in this cave. Like, I know that it's right after the guy with the fossils, because he has a, I think he has both a coughing and a Grimer. So, yeah, you get one right after you beat him. However, this means I have to fight these last guys without Garuda. 2, 3. I think that's 3 ticks taken there. So I think I still have 17 more available, right? I have 17 ticks available, okay. 10 out of 10, we are getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the last Team Rocket guy. We, Team Rocket, shall find the fossils. Reviving them will earn us huge riches. Okay, buddy, what do you have? You have a Rattata. Unfortunately for you, I have a Nidoran that knows how to kick things. Unfortunately for me, you actually win the speed stat, I guess. On the plus side, I just, you know, two-shot with double kick. Now then. That's also a decent chunk of EXP, not gonna lie. And I will switch... no, I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it, and if I end up trading this Nidoran away, I'm gonna feel really stupid. But if I don't, I'll feel pretty confident and good about this, actually. Because I'll put the EXP into it. And also, realistically, I want to put all this experience into Spearow, but I don't really want to fight with it while it's potentially in, you know, poison death zone. I feel like the poison death zone would be like... The poison death zone sounds like it would be a level in like an edgy Sonic the Hedgehog fan game. Now that I think about it. Anyway, Peck brings down that Zubat, and we can almost get out of here. So there are three Pokemon left for me to fight in this cave. So I feel okay running now. Moonstone. We have 2 of those now. Okay, so now we just have to fight this guy. Also, the fact that I have found 3 Clefairies in this, like, underground section genuinely upsets me a little bit. Okay, I have 9 ticks. I have 9 ticks available. I should be okay. Hey, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine. Okay, so this is Super Nerd Miguel, who has a Grimer, a Voltorb, and a Coughing. I am going to just tackle them all down. Okay, maybe that'll take a little bit longer than I would have liked, but hey, we will manage. Okay, he goes for Disable, so I can't use Tackle, so I will go for Leech Seed. Basically, I will just go for Leech Seed, then start Vine Whipping, I suppose. Although... Hang on. How much would... No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't risk it. I shouldn't risk it, so I won't risk it. But what if I did, though? Like, on the next Pokemon, that might be worth it. Like, I don't know how much I could really get out of it. But what if I tried it, though? What if I did just Leech Seed and then switch back out to Spearow? Because Coughing shouldn't be able to do all that much damage. Like, it has decent attack, I guess, but it can do Tackle. Okay, Tackle did 4 damage to Brute Root. So now I can calculate this. Okay, it did 4 damage to a Pokemon that has 29 defense. I have 17 defense. I'm not going to risk it. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to tackle my way to victory, I suppose. I'm not going to risk it. Like, I'll just let Brute Root handle it. I'll let Ivysaur handle it, then it can handle the gym, and everything will be fine. I won't lose any of my Pokemon, and we will be fine. We will be golden, in fact. Not literally, but you get what I mean. Okay, Vine Whip, 10 out of 10, actually takes out the Coughing, because Coughing has better physical defense, I think. And then Grimer has better special defense, or something like that. Okay, his last Pokemon is a Voltorb, which means it won't resist Vine Whip. So let's just hit it with the Leech Seed real quick. Okay, and now we should be okay. Okay, that did 2 damage. That did 2 damage, it won't have Spark. That did 2 damage, it won't have Spark. It won't have Sonic Boom. I think I can switch Garuda in here. Tackle does 3 damage. Poison does 5 damage. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's not do that, actually. Let's go straight back out. Okay, that was a bad idea. Terrible idea on my part. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Also, if you are currently invested in the life of this Spearow, don't worry, so am I. I really don't want to lose this Spearow. If I do have Zephyr sat in the PC safe and sound, but I don't want to lose this Spearow. Like, I really don't want to lose this Spearow. Like, I have put actual time and thought into this Spearow. Okay, I'll share. Okay, so we'll each take a fossil. No being greedy. Okay, I have 3 ticks. I want the Helix fossil. Okay, so he'll take the Dome fossil. Okay, cool. Good for you, buddy. 1, 2, 3. Do I risk it? I can't in good conscience risk it. Yeah, I'll just use another potion. I know I have an orange berry in the bag. But yeah, I can't in good conscience risk it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have died. It would have died on that tile. Okay, I'm very glad that I didn't do that. Okay, now I have the antidote. I have the antidote. I'm not gonna... I have the antidote. I'm gonna use it now just to get rid of the poison. Okay, Garuda, safe. And that was horrendous. Also, it was probably cheaper. It's cheaper for me to just use the antidote and buy another one. Fortunately, I don't need to worry about poison anywhere near as much for a lot of the rest of the game from here on out. I mean, I say that. There is a poison gem later. Okay, so, a hit of Roaring Ferocity packed with destructive power. When the chips are down, Slam is the ultimate attack. Yeah, no. What do? A hit of Brutal Ferocity packed with destructive power. When you get right down to a Hyper Voice is the ultimate attack. Okay, what can learn Hyper Voice, if anything? Can anything learn Hyper Voice? No. Because I think that's Mega Punch and then Mega Kick. I know that it is those 2 moves, I just don't know which is which. I think Punch is on the left. Okay, so now we should also run over here and grab this TM. This is TM number 5, Acid. Okay, so anything that could learn Raw can now learn Acid, and that's potentially huge. Like that, it's not amazing, but it's potentially useful. Now, I am going to skip over this encounter and just quickly go into Cerulean City to heal first. Then I will also drop off Zubat, because we are going to get our encounter here before I end off today's episode, and we may be introducing a new rule. Okay, so a new rule will be in place soon, but the first time that we can potentially activate it is on this encounter. However, that depends on what the encounter is. We will see what about that in just a moment. Hopefully I encounter what I need for this. I also get to play a fun little game of I forgot to do the thing, so this would actually be prepared in advance. Okay, so Route 4. Our encounter is Ekans. Fantastic. This is precisely what I needed. So, what I need from this is to open up this. Okay, so I need to catch this Ekans. After which, we get to play a little mini-game. Okay, so basically, the way that... So, pretty much, I didn't want to randomize encounters, but I couldn't make it so I would have access to all of the Pokemon naturally available in the Kanto region otherwise. So, now, actually, let's have a quick look at this. This is a rash-natured Ekans, okay? So, pretty much, what I'm going to do is run over here, and we are going to flip a coin. So, every exclusive Pokemon to each... Basically, all the exclusive Pokemon in this game have a kind of counterpart. And in the case of Ekans, that Pokemon is Sandshrew. So what I'm going to do is I am going to flip a coin. I'm going to flip a coin. I have, where is it? Google, do you want to work with me here, buddy? There we go. Okay, so, that was on the default flip. So, I'm going to click flip again. If it lands on heads, we will keep the Ekans. If it lands on tails, we will switch it to a Sandshrew. So, flip, and we will be having... Okay, we'll be keeping the Ekans. Okay, so we will be keeping Ekans, and I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time as we continue our adventure in the Kanto region. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.